Welcome all earthlings and other beings. My name is Lara and this is Zollar Tarot and Art. And in this episode, I'm going to be reading your tarot and oracle cards and tying that into an image that I received in meditation for this particular collective reading. This is not a personal reading, it is a collective reading. So don't try to make parts fit that don't fit. There probably is something in here for you, but just kind of pull yourself out of that a little bit so that you can just have a good perspective on what we're reading here. So the image was really interesting. It's a little bit kind of like an abstract art image, but there was definitely a meaning behind it. So what I saw were these like what looked like representations of three people, humanoid people. And there's three of them were standing here shoulder to shoulder, right? Almost looking like some sort of, family or something. There was a shorter one here. And they had different like types of designs on them, which I'll be filling out over time. And what I'll do is I'll be overlaying the actual completion of the drawing or near completion so that you can watch me work on this art while I read, which is kind of fun. And over here in the distance, there was like another person standing, and it's like they were walking definitely highly texturized, and in the distance there was just like this what looks sort of like a cityscape right off in the distance, and this is where this person is headed towards, and these three are watching. So to me what that means, it looks like there's a big change in someone's life, like maybe a child's going off to school, or someone is moving away, but there's some change that that you're dealing with. So I'm going to put that aside, and then you can watch me work on it while I do the reading. So we don't waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the sequence, and then I'll decipher the cards for you. So here we go. Okay, I have laid out your cards with the clarifiers, and I've looked it over to see what the patterns are. This is actually a really lovely reading, and it's all about building a family. So you can see in this card right here how much it looks like the drawing of a person walking away. Really, this is Eight of Cups, and this is clarified by the King of Cups and the King of Wands. So I feel like somebody is like leaving home, like they're going off to the city. There was another indicator in here I will talk about too about that. So, but you know, they're having to walk away from their situation and really like fulfill their life's purpose, which I see here in this card, the Star. And move on to what their dreams are, and to do the thing that they know is going to be healthy for them. And so whoever this person is, I can see that we got the Two of Cups here and the Knight of Cups. This is somebody who wants a relationship. They want to find the right mate, and then they want to produce children. There are a lot of children cards here. So what I'm seeing is a couple things here. First of all, there was someone in your past probably that you had a relationship with that you're moving away from. Someone who's very passionate, maybe thinks with their wand a bit too much. That's possible, but you know, they have a certain personality type, bold and things like that. But I feel like more now, keep in mind that this is not gender specific. So if you see a king or a queen on a card, this could be you regardless of what your gender is or however you identify. So just take it how it resonates. Don't try to make things fit if they don't. So and you've been wanting to manifest this Two of Cups, which is about love. See these two lovers? And you might even be from completely different worlds. I mean, this is a mermaid and a human man. So maybe you guys are completely different, but there's like love here. And you've been through heartbreak. I see you have the Three of Swords here. And whoever this person was who broke your heart may have only made small offers to try to entice you to stay where you are. But I don't think that's enough, because see how this knight here is, the Knight of Cups is looking into his cup. and everything. And you've got all this water, which is all a lot of emotion. It's almost like you want something deeper. He's looking deeper, right? And going off onto this new adventure, something different, something, you know, trusting that there's something better out there, or more like what fits you or what you want. So it might be that this other person here is shallow and you wanted something a bit deeper, you know, that which is more compatible with your value system. But what I'm seeing over here too is that there's a need to give up any kind of delusions, any illusions. There's a need to get away from any kind of secretive stuff or anything. And here you can see, I'm going to pull this up a little closer to the camera. This is a woman who's bound, right? But she can cut those bindings with the swords around her if she really wanted to. She's got a blindfold on, so maybe she doesn't see them yet, but, you know, she can kind of feel her way around and find a way to get rid of those bonds, which are not that tight. But what's interesting is there's like this castle, like almost city type thing in the background here, which to me reminds me, it echoes the drawing, just like this card was echoing the drawing too. And so if she, when she frees herself, she can walk over to where the city is. So to me, this is telling me that where you are at, what you're walking away from, maybe you're, you know, maybe you're leaving your family to go off to school. Maybe you're going off to the city and moving away from where your friends and family are. Sometimes, somehow I feel like it has to do with walking away from family, which doesn't mean you cut them off or anything. It just means you're going on with your own life, right? I don't get any like major bad feelings in this at all. The only thing is you've had to deal with some heartbreak, but beyond that, this is a really excellent reading. Yeah. So anyway, she could free herself and walk off to that city but she's got to like somehow get past the things that are keeping her bound where she is now, or he, right? But the sun's shining on you, so that's good luck. And see, this is a child card, and this is a child card. And what's interesting about this Queen of Cups, who is all about, you know, that's about emotions and nurturing and everything, is you have, I'm going to show you, you have these little mermaid babies, right? There's 3 of them. They're mermaids. I kid you not. I've never even seen those before on these cards, but, you know, these are mer people here, and see how she's pregnant, right? She's expecting, and they have the little cradle set up with the mobile or whatever it's called, mobile, and you know, he's holding her, and so they're waiting. The 7 of Pentacles is all about waiting, expectation, you know, things like that, having worked hard for something, having you know, planted the seeds for something to grow, all right, and now they're just waiting because she's pregnant, she's ready. So someone here wants a baby. You want a family. I can see that. You want a family, but you want to do it with a really great mate, not someone who's gonna, you know, just play around and fake future build with you. You want someone solid, you know, maybe like a King of Cups, or in this case, what's happening is this Queen of Cups here, who's that's a very feminine, nurturing, healing energy, is sitting right next to the Emperor, which is a very, like, that's the strongest masculine energy. This is somebody who's a powerhouse, who's a boss. This is somebody who, you know, there might be an Aries as possible, but this is somebody who is very well established. They, you know, they're good with money, things like that, usually. And then here you have another child card. This is all about children. So you definitely will have this family with this Emperor, whoever this is. Yeah. But, you know, the thing about that I've learned as a parent, you know, there are sacrifices that are required if you want to raise your children in a healthy way. And the Hanged Man here, this is all about getting a new perspective, and having children will definitely give you a new perspective. It definitely did for me. So, you know, it's like getting a new perspective on life and setting the stage for this to happen, and then, you know, learning as you go, because parenting is, you know, it's not a perfect science. All children are different, parents are different, situations are different. So you just do the best you can, right? You love your kids. So yeah, there will be some sacrifices that have to be made, but it'd be well worth it. So this, you know, whoever this child or children are, there'll be gifts in your life. I see this is a gift card too. So, and also they actually, you might have such a strong bond with them because they almost might be someone from a past life, like they're reincarnating as your child. That's possible too. Yeah. So let's pull some oracle cards to see what we can see. But yeah, good for you. You know, you're making the changes in your life that you need to build the family. You know, you got to start with a spouse or mate, or, you know, whatever your commitment is. That is, you know, quality that's going to help you with your solid foundation. And an Emperor definitely is solid. So good for you. And then with that Emperor, you know, you'll be able to, you know, have your babies. I love children, so I'm really happy with this reading. All right, can I have let's see, can I have more information, please, for this collective? Okay, another one, please. And another one, please. Yeah, okay. Well, this is lovely. All right, so it says letting go, feminine, and reflection, which fits in perfectly with this reading so far. So the walking away, like in the drawing or like in this Eight of Cups and everything, it's a need to let go of what you've done before. So say you're graduating from high school and you're going off to college and everything, and you have to leave your family behind to go and do this thing to find your way and all of that stuff. You will have to let go of certain patterns, certain ways of doing things. You might have to, make your own food and chart your own life. Or if you're having to leave where you're living to go with somebody maybe you met online and you want to start a family with them and everything, you've got to let go of where you are. And it's not so easy because you can see that she's, stuck in her head right here, right? This is like concern and worry. But really what you need to be is more like this, the Fool, where it's like trusting and relaxing that the universe has your back. Don't delude yourself, right? Recognize the star that you are, what your powers are and everything, who you are, and take care of yourself, nurture your dreams, right? And it says this also will pass. So the difficult part of having to walk away, like in the drawing, having to walk away from your group or your family is not always easy. This is about a sacrifice. You may have to sacrifice living with your family. You'll have to sacrifice, with this Hanged Man here, sacrifice the way you've always done things. And this is the feminine. It says the interior, yin, the moon cycle. So yin is the feminine energy. This is all about going inward. The moon cycle about menstruation, which you would be concerned with or maybe monitoring so that you can get pregnant. This is very fertile and beautiful. So nice. This is good. So I definitely, again, that's a reinforcement of the pregnancy, I would say. Reflection, the exterior is a reflection of the interior. Well, we know this is very true. So your life is going to start showing up the way you are inside. So if you're at peace inside of yourself, because you've done the inner work and things like that, you meditate, whatever you do to do this to stay balanced and peaceful, then your outer world will reflect that as well, because you won't be a person who tolerates drama, right? If you are creative and excited and all of that stuff, then perhaps your outward world will start reflecting that with opportunities, or maybe you, do art or music or something like that, and your outer world will provide you will have the things you need to express yourself that way. So I think there's a lot of inward work here that needs to be done, which makes sense with the star. Look deeper, like here with the moon, and let go of what you don't need. We just have to let go of things sometimes. All right, can I have obstacles, please? So let's find out what your obstacles and challenges are. This is my new Buffy the Vampire deck. So I used to watch the Buffy the Vampire series and loved it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, what are the challenges for this collective? Blockages or challenges, things they're going to have to deal with. Yeah. Another one, please. Another one, please. These are all characters from the Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV series. Whoa. Okay. Well, I do see that you've definitely gone through some heartache. I mean, the Ten of Scythes here is about a painful ending. Buffy was involved with this vampire. I forgot his name now. It's been so long since I've watched it. I know you're all watching this and saying his name right now, so you can maybe put it down in comments. But anyway, she's in love with this vampire, but she ends up having to like kill him because he somehow broke a curse and his true vampire self came out. Whatever, I don't remember now, but it was very sad for her and difficult. And yeah, so like we were talking about earlier, you're walking away from probably a person who was like more superficial, like run by their sexual passions and things like that. And it wasn't exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for someone more responsible, right? You know, you have the Five of Wands here and the Page of Cups, so, or Page of Chalices. You know, maybe the challenge has been getting over like this loss, this love, getting over you know, this person who's only giving you a little cup of love, who's like maybe breadcrumbing or something and not giving you what you want. And maybe even someone who's competing with you, someone who was trying to tear you down because they were jealous. There are people like that, you know, they say they love you, but they'll sit there and stab you in the back, you know, because they're jealous, because they don't feel worthy, or they need to be passive aggressive and don't really understand how a healthy relationship works. So whomever you were walking away from, it looks like that was a really smart choice. And, you know, just like trusting that the universe has something better for you, and finding your emperor. That's good. So let's pull on solutions. What is the best thing? What's the best thing that this collective can do? What can they do to get the best results, please? The song that's been going through my head is Cole Porter's, I think it's called Spring. When a little bluebird who has never said a word starts to sing, spring, spring. I don't know the rest of the words, but that's been playing through my head the last 3 days. And yes, it's now springtime where I live, but I think this is actually for the collective, because going out into something new and everything is like springtime. It's like, it's a time for, like this I keep referring back to the Fool card, but it's like going out into the world and starting anew, right? Okay, another solution, please. The best thing they can do. And another one, please. Best. And it reminds me of the movie Tank Girl. And if you haven't seen that, that's a great movie. It's an old movie, but it's actually one of the funniest movies ever, with Lori Petty in it. And she forces a madam at a brothel to sing that song, and all the scenes in there, the dialogue is hilarious. So maybe somebody needs to see that movie for some reason. It'll make you laugh. Maybe you need to laugh. Yeah. Okay, so we have Escapist, Mural, and Castle. Yeah. So Escapist says, come home to yourself. When we were talking about with the yin energy, is come back inside of yourself, maybe journal if you need to, like she's doing here. Take some time to nurture yourself like the star, outside of what everybody else thinks and wants and everything. And then here we have Mural. It says, be your own first priority. Yeah, so there's like this castle thing, which is sort of like in the drawing, the city off in the background, right? You might be a very creative person, so use your imagination to visualize what you want. Be your own first priority. So yeah, again, this comes back to self-love, self-healing, right? Going inward. And even this card says castle. It's time for healing, not war. So you don't need to sit there and battle with the people that you're walking away from, even if they want to battle. It's up to you, because a battle takes two people, so or more. But if you want to have a cleaner break, just, you know, forgive those people if they're giving you a hard time. Forgive those who are wanting to hold on to you. Even forgive yourself for maybe things you said or did that maybe aren't as honorable or not at the level that you normally operate at, right? So don't be too hard on yourself. It's not a time for war. What you want to do is try to make as smooth a transition as possible, as graceful as possible. It doesn't need to be drama. So don't start drama and there won't be drama. And I feel like really, you know, it's a worthy thing that you want. You want a healthy relationship and you want to build a family. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So to really build the castle that you want, it says it's a time for healing. So try to heal up what you can with everybody and then move forward as cleanly as possible into your life. All right, we're going to pull one last oracle, and then I'll finish this drawing for you and post the finished piece at the end. Here we go. What else does this collective need to know, please? Spring, spring. Maybe someone needs to listen to that song. It's a silly song. All right, another one, please, on more advice for this collective. Oh, that's cool. Okay, another one, please. Yeah, okay. All right. So we have clouds, we have hearts, and we have communication. Well, both of these cards, well, there's clouds in all three of these, right? But these two in particular, It's saying, so clouds to me, it talks about looking upward. It's like looking into the clouds for, thinking about your dream. And here she's like getting away from a broken heart here and going towards where these clouds, these heart clouds are, and pointing at this big cloud because she wants the big love, right? She wants the big love for her family and everything, and someone that she really loves who loves her back. When I say she, that could be he or she. So just, it's interchangeable according to who you are. But yeah, so we've got the peace doves here too, and you're really looking for more peace in your life. You don't want the drama. It's like several times in here I've seen that. So you want to peacefully move towards what you love and away from the heartbreak, right? And then you have communication here. So there might be somebody that you've been in contact with. Maybe that's why you're going to that faraway city or that other place, is because you've been in communication with someone new, and you want to grow together. See, there are two trees growing together, and they're exchanging ideas because you've got the birds here, which is all about communication. And so you want someone you can exchange ideas with. And I see that this is going to be a good connection for you, whoever this Emperor is with this Queen of Cups that we saw before. So, well, good for you. You're going to get what you want. I see that. This is very lovely. And building a family does take effort, but you want to keep your eye on the prize, right? You want to remember why you want this and what you want to contribute to the world, and have all these babies that are showing up here. So, yeah. Well, good. I just wanted to show you one more thing before I end this video. I filled up another drawing pad. Let's see if we can do this gracefully. I just want to show you, I do complete the drawings in pencil before I take them into Photoshop and colorize. So they're all completed drawings from the other readings that I did before. Yeah, just like a bunch of them. But anyway, I filled up this pad and I've started a new one. On the one that I've been working on for you. Anyway, so thank you for being here. Thank you to all of my subscribers for sticking with me and everything and believing in my work. And thank you to all the newbies. And thank you for everybody who likes and comments. I do appreciate that. I always notice. And I hope that this helped you in some way, that gave you some guidance that you needed. And until I see you next time, thank you. Bye-bye.